So it will say, you can see the message, allocate a new elastic IP address by selecting the scope. Right now we can just say allocate. So now you can see a new elastic IP has been provided to us, that is 34.206.213.172. Okay, we'll say close. Now this is the IP address which is generated. This is the EIP. We can select it. We can say select it, say actions, associate address. Click it. And herein we can just type the name of our instance. Right now we have only one instance available, but if you have multiple instances, you can start typing the name which you have given it. That's why tags are really useful. If you'll start typing the name, it will automatically shortlist the values for you. So you can select my EIP instance. Okay, so here a warning message is there. If you associate an elastic IP address with your instance, the current public IP address will be released. So this we discussed earlier as well. So the whatever the current IP address which is allocated to this instance, that will be released once we assign a elastic IP to it. So we can say associate. It says associate address request succeeded. Great, close it. So now let's go back to EC2 dashboard. We have one running instances. We can click it, and now you can see the elastic IP is allocated to it. So this was the elastic IP which was generated, and now this elastic IP is associated to our my EIP instance. Okay, and public IP will also be the same. This makes sense. So now this will be the IP address which will be using across multiple restarts. So let me just do a quick demo. We'll select the instance. We will say actions, instance state. We will stop this, or we can simply reboot this instance. We'll say reboot. Okay, now I think it's done. Yeah. So again, the IP is same. So let me first create a new instance. Or what we'll do is we'll go back to our elastic IPs dashboard. This is our instance, elastic IPs. We'll select our elastic IP. We'll say actions, dissociate address. So we will dissociate this address. Now let's go back to EC2 dashboard, running instances. Right now we are not having elastic IP as allocated to it, and the new IP address is there. Now I'll try to restart it. Just remember the IP now. So it is like 52.207.214.167. So 167 we'll say instance state, reboot. Yes, reboot. Let me just stop it. Instance settings, state. We'll say stop. So let's wait for it to stop. The IP is 52.207.214.167. Let's refresh it. Status is stopping. Okay, so this is taking some time. Let me pause the video for some time, and once it's stopped, I will reconnect the session again. Okay, so now you can see our instance is stopped and our public IP is released. So this was the IP that we had for this instance previously. This was the public IP, and now we'll start the instance again. We'll select it. We'll say instance state start. We'll start it. And remember again, we have not associated any elastic IP to this instance. It's pending. Okay, so now our instance is up and running. Now if you see, the IP is changed. So this is what happens. So the if public IP which is allocated to it from the resource IP pool, so whenever we stop and start the instance, the IP will change. So in case you want a static IP or you want an IP which should be persistent across all the start and stops, you can allocate a static IP address. Obviously, there are a whole lot of reasons that why would you want to assign a static IP to your instance. So this is one of the reasons. So again, now we'll do a demo after assigning the elastic IP. So coming back to elastic IP, say associate, select the IP, associate address, select the instance. We have only one instance, so we don't need to do any shortlisting. So our IP, elastic IP is associated. Coming back to EC2 dashboard. Now you can see this is the elastic IP which we are given with. This is the elastic IP, and public IPv4 is our elastic IP only. So let's stop our instance again. We'll select our instance, say instance state, stop. You can remember this. Okay, I'll just copy this elastic IP as well. So last time when we did not associate an elastic IP, by default the behavior is, if you will stop and start your instance, a new IP will be allocated to your instance. But if you have associated an elastic IP or a static IP with your instance, the IP address will stay the same. So the state is stopping. It actually takes some times to stop. Okay, let me pause the video again, and once this process gets finished, I'll reconnect the video. Okay, so now we are back. Now our instance is stopped, but now this time you can see our IPv4, that is public IP, is not released. So this is a static IP, so this will stay associated to this instance because we have associated it. And again, if you'll start it, the same instance will persist. So this was all about elastic IP or static IP. Whenever you want a IP to be persistent across all the stop and starts of your instance, you can associate an elastic IP to it. And again, if elastic IP is not allocated to your instance directly, it is allocated to your AWS account, and in turn you can associate it with your instances. And if you have not associated it with any of your instances, then you will incur costs for that. So this was all about elastic IPs. Thanks for watching.